Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning and Assalamu alaikum to all of my students. I'm your teacher Sana Kausar for the new lecture of the day. First of all, tell me, my students, how are you all? And I hope that you all are fine, and I am sure that you all also start enjoying these classes as well. Please, my students, make sure that you will attend the class regularly, and you will also complete all the assigned tasks that we are mentioning. So when we will get back to the school, I will check your work as well, and I will also help you in any concept if you have as well. If you have any kind of a problem in it, even you can contact me and message me about your problems if you face any problems about any lecture, so I can easily re-explain you. So today's lecture is very much interesting. How it's very much interesting? Because in this lecture, you are going to learn something that's not new for you all, but this is something that will is something that's in a new, that is in the new new step, or you can say that it's a kind of a new techniques that you are going to learn. So let's move on to our first slide. Yes, let me just find out. Yes, this is the new slide that you're going to see right now. Okay, first of all, I'm telling you that today we are going to start our chapter number 2, and this is the lecture number 6, but we are starting our chapter 2, and the topic name is addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction names are very much familiar for all of you. You guys have already done this in grade 1, and I'm in prep class 2. But over here in the grade 2, now you all are a grown-up kids, so you are going to study to add the numbers and subtract the numbers till 1,000. Hmm, that's the interesting part. That's the new thing that I'm talking about. So uh, I just planned this lecture that starting work is very easy, but gradually we will moving toward the next level of it to add the numbers in hundreds and then thousands as well. So let's start it. Addition without regrouping. Regrouping is something you are not going to add any carry on number in this examples because it's very easy and you can easily do it. First of all, just read the question very carefully, and first mistake or that my students most of the time do, that they copied the wrong number. Like the question is mentioned over here 62 and 30, but when they are writing it down, what they do, they just mention 34, or you can say that they mention 61 or 60s. This is kind of silly mistakes that the students do. So make sure when you copy the questions down over here in this portion, make sure your numbers should be very much correct. Okay, so the 62 is on the top and then the 30 is here. In addition, it doesn't matter which numbers come at the first place and which number we write at the second place, the answer will be same. But in subtraction, this matters a lot. So very much careful about it while writing the question that I will explain you in the subtraction. So let's add it. When we add 2 and 0, what will be the answer? Hmm, Answer will be same, that is 2. Why? Because 0 means nothing, and when we add 0 in any numbers, the addition answer will be same. So the 2 will come as it is, and we are not going to add or subtract any number in it because 0 is here. 0 means nothing. So 2 is the number that will come as it is over here. Our first step was add the ones. So I add the ones. Look at this O. Okay, this O represent ones and this T represent tens. These are their places name that we study in the place value concept. So in the ones, the answer we got 2. Now we are going to move to the second step. over here where you can see my mouse. Now add the tens. This question is solved in two steps, but in your book or in your workbook, you are going to solve the questions in the first. You're going to solve the questions at one place. You're not repeat writing the questions into two different places and then you're going to solve it. No, you will also solve this over here too. You will add 6 and 3 and you can mention your answer over here too. But in this example, we are trying to explain you that just add ones and then jump to the tens. So students now start counting 6 and 3. So what is the method that we follow? That 6 is in our mind. 6 is the bigger number. So keep it in your mind and take out your 3 fingers. Can you take out? Yes, make sure that you should take out your fingers. And now count quickly. Do you know the answer? Yes, 6, 7, 8, 9. What will be our answer? 9. Yes. So it's mentioned over here, and our first question is solved, but in two steps. But in the next examples, you will see that how we are solving the questions, and that in form of one question, not in two forms. Okay, the next one is something that's kind of a new thing for you all, but I'm sure that you all can do it because the previous slide was something that you guys have already done in the grade 1, but over here you are going to learn that how to add by counting on. It's very easy. Why? Because you are just going to do the counting on. You will do the forward counting. In addition, we always do the forward counting, and in subtraction we always do the backward counting. That is also something that you should know. So let's move to the first question. Okay, let's read the number very much carefully. That what's the number over here? Read it with me. What's the number? Okay, yes, 295 plus 3. So you are going to do the counting on with a very simple method, and it has two methods that I can explain you. First method is that you are going to read the counting 3 steps forward. Like take out the 3 fingers. All the students take out your 3 fingers and count down. 296, 297, 299, 98. So what will be your answer? 298. So you are going to write down the answer over here, that is 298. This is the first method of counting on, and you simply add it. The second method is something that I'm going to tell you. It's a bit fast, and it you will also use it and enjoy it when you will, especially when you will come to, when you grow up and you will come in the grade 3. So this methods will help you a lot. So just look at this number where I'm pointing with my pointer. This question, let's read it carefully. That is 364. Okay, 364 is here, and we're going to add 4 more in it. So what you can do, you will see that this number has only one digit, and its place value is what? It is at the ones place. It is at the ones place. So what you can do, you can just mention over here, this is at the ones place. This is at the ones place. So both are at the ones place. This is ones, this is tens, and this says 100. Let me just write it clearly so you guys will get confused why the ma'am is writing the zeros on the top of the numbers. It's not zeros, these are ones. Oh, my mouse is, you guys know that it's not very much, I'm masters in it. So kids, let's add the ones and ones only. Okay, what will be the answer? 4 and 4 makes? Yes, the answer is 8. So I'm going to mention 8 over here, and the rest of the numbers will come as it is. Like 6 will come on its place, that is tens, and 3 will also come on its place, that is 100. Only we change the value of ones. We just add the ones and we got the answer. That's correct. You didn't do any forward counting. So let's move to the next question, that is 527, and we need to add 200 in it. So my students, my dear students, I'm going to explain both the methods to you. First method is that just do the forward counting. How? Take out the two fingers because it's 200, so you're just going to need take out only two fingers over here, and let's count it. How? Repeat after me. 527. So now put your finger on the first finger. Take out the first finger and read that. 627 and 727. So when you do the forward counting by changing the first number only, your answer will be 727. And the next method that I explained you over here, that is just add the numbers that is here, that 2 add with the hundreds. 100 will be add with the 100. So what you're gonna do, you just add these two numbers that are 5 and 2 makes 7. So you will write down 7. When we add 2 and 0, our answer will be same, that will be 2, and the last number when we add 7 and 2 0, again our answer will be same. So you guys see that the answer is the same, that is 727, but it has two methods. Whatever is convenient for you, you can adopt it. So let's move on to my next question, that is 672 plus 4. So you get to the forward counting, and if you're finding it a bit difficult, so just add the ones. Yes, when I add the ones, only one number is given over here, so we will add ones and ones. So our answer will be, can you tell me? Yes, 676. Yes, because the first two digits will come as it is, that are 7 and 6, they will come as it is, and for the last digit, we add 2 and 4, and we got the answer 676. Okay, the last question that I'm not solving for all of you, you are going to solve it by yourself. These questions are mentioned in your workbook too. So I just hope so that when you will attend it, you will do by yourself. I am just doing it with you all, that 490, add the 300s in it. So just change the place value of hundreds, add 4 and 3, and write it at their 100 place, and the rest of the numbers will come as it is. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Yes, let me erase the board first. I really, that don't like it in a classroom to erase the board again and again. So here I am again with a lot of erasing the board stuff. So yes, look at the question. This is the picture that I took from your workbook. And the main idea of this picture and concept was that to tell you how to show the working correctly, or how to do your question correctly, because there is a one mistake that sometimes you guys do, and literally it spoil your whole question. So be very much careful while putting the numbers at their place. Let's just have a look and read the question. The first number is 56 and the next number is 622. Okay, as you can see that the first number has only two digits and the next number has three digits. Okay, that's the point you need to be focused. Okay, what my students do, they start writing 56 and then they write 422. Okay, this is what you guys do. Is it correct? No, you guys have done a very big mistake if you put the numbers like this, because you will not get like a single mark on it, because this is the wrong placement of the numbers. Now, I'm erasing this mistake, and what I'm going to do, I'm just telling you a trick that mention their place values on the top of it. This is ones, this is tens. It's just a small trick that you can do to avoid the mistakes. Ones, tens, hundred. Okay, I told you in my previous lectures where we start our ones. Do you remember it? I think you guys don't know. Okay, let me just give you again review that you will start your ones placement always from the right side, very right side of your place. So now I mentioned their places on the top. Now you can see that this ones will six will come under the ones place and the five will come at the tens place. Yes. And the next number is again the two will come at the ones place, the other two will come at the tens place, and the four will come at the hundred place. Now you guys are just going to check your placements. Like six is at ones place, and you mention it over here, six, and two was at the ones place, so you mention it over here. It means you write the correct questions correctly, and now the whole question is very much easy for all of you. In the next example, B, 300 and 600. Both the digits have the same numbers, 3 and 3. So this question will not be difficult at all. You will just simply write down 300, 300, and then at the bottom you will write down 600. Okay. So my main target of the day was to tell you that this is the mistakes that you all do, and make sure, my grade 2 students, you're not going to repeat this mistake. So after writing the places correctly, now you can easily solve and write down your answer. So I'm just going to solve only one question for you, and rest of it you will solve by yourself. Okay, let's quickly add 6 and 2 make 6. 6 in your mind, 2 in your finger. 6, 7, 8. What will be our number? 8. Yes. Okay, now 5 in your mind, 2 in your finger. 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7. And the 4 will come as it is because there is a no number on the top of it. So the 4 will come as it is. So here this question is solved. Okay, let's next move on to our next slides. This is something that is just like the work that we did previously, but in my previous slide, you guys over here, let me just show you again. In this slide, the boxes were given that you easily put the values and you solved it. I told you the boxes are given over here. You can see that the boxes are given, so everything was very easy. But in this slide, they give you in your workbook a column like this, and they're asking you show your working on the right. They give you this right side to show your working, but they are checking your skills, that how you are placing the numbers. So the same thing that I explained in the previous slide, how to place the numbers at their correct places. So without wasting the time, I'm just going to move on. That is, the first digit has, first of all, just focus on your numbers. That the first digit has 3 digits, that is 427. And the next digit also has 250, that also has 3 digits. So you're not going to be too much worried about the place values because that's very easy. Let's write it. 427. You're going to do this in the working column. And the second number you're going to mention below it, that is 250. Make sure each number will come under its place values numbers. Okay, then you're going to draw the line. You're going to put the place value sign that you're going to add. And now you can simply add. 7 and 0 makes 7. 5 and 2 makes again 5, 6, 7. So 7 is again the answer, and 6 and 2 makes the answer is, say, 4 and 2 makes answer 6. So our answer is 677, which is easy. Now the thing that you are going to be bit attentive when you are attending this one, because this is something that you need to be very much conscious while attending it, because the first digit has two numbers, that is 89, and the next digit has 451. So what I'm going to do, what the trick that you are going to use, first of all, you will write down the first digit, that is 89. I'm mentioning in the top because it was mentioned at the first place. So I mentioned 89. Now look at the second number, that is 451. What you can do that? You can mention that which number is at the ones place, or you can start writing the number from the back side too. Like for example, I'm not starting it from the 1. I'm starting it from the 1. 1, 5, and 4. Oh yes, that's the way to write the questions correctly. Because you know that, let me make my sign bit clearly, because you know that 1 is at the ones place and 9 is at the ones place. So I'm just, let me write down the 0. Okay. Both numbers are at the ones place. So I put the 1 and 9 with each other, and then 9 and 5 are tens, and 4 is the hundred, because there is a no hundred in the first number. So make sure its stop place should be empty. If you place 89 over here, 89, your question will goes totally wrong. So let's add it. Okay, its addition is easy. 9 and 1 makes 0. Oh, over here we got the carry on method. 9 and 1 makes 10. So student, can I write 10 over here? Is it correct? No, yes, this will be wrong. You're not allowed to write down the two numbers at the ones place. So what you can do, you will write down 10 on the side of it, and you will just point out the number that you will write 0. Yes, you will write 0 over here, and 1 will be carry on. Don't forget to add or mention it on the top. So now my students, we have to add 8, 5, and 1 over here. So add it, 8 in your mind, 5 in your finger. Take out your 5 fingers. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is my answer is 13? Oh, I forgot something to add. That is the carry on number. Okay, so my answer will not be 13. It will be 14. Yes. So you will write down 14 over here. What you're going to do, you will write down 4 at the bottom place, and 1 will be carry on. Okay. So now 4 and 1 makes 5. Yes. So our answer is 520. Yes. So now only 2 or 3 worksheets are left that we are going to do, and we will do in a nice style. Okay. Again, what I forgot to do. Forgot to raise my board again. So let me just erase the board and read the topic. While I'm raising the board, you guys just read the topic. What is mentioned on the top? Addition with regrouping. Regrouping is something that you are going to uh, carry on the numbers in this question. Add the ones, regroup ones, and then one tens, two ones, because they are just, it's just the, you can say that phrases that how to add the numbers, or you can say that it's the explanation that is written over here, but it's a math, so we will not be so much focused about the English phrases. But I'm telling you that when you add two numbers and we got the two answers, like for example 12, we got the 2-digit answer, so the first number will be from the very right side. For example, in the answer 12, the 2 is ones, and 1 is at the tens place, so we will give it to the tens. You find it, ma'am? It's very boring, but okay, it's not boring at all. You will enjoy it. Let's do it. Let's attempt this question. Okay, 6 and 3. Take 9 in your mind, 3 in your finger. 9, 10, 11, 12. My answer is 12. So I'm just going to write it over here to make sure I'm not going to carry on 2 over here. I will just take the 2 from the right side of the number. That is 2 over here. And 1 will be the carry on. Okay, don't forget to add the carry ons. 6 and 1, 7 and 8. My answer is 8 over here. Okay, it's done. It's very easy. I told you. Don't get confused with these top explanations. It is something that we are doing over here. Okay, the next question is 9 and 7, big numbers. Both are big numbers. So you're going to keep the big number in your mind, 9 in your mind, 7 in your finger. So our answer will be 16. Okay, is there any number we can carry on? No, because we are solving the question at the ones place. Okay, 16 is the answer. So you're going to write down 6 over here. My mouse is not very much, you can say that working perfectly over here. 6 and 1 will be the carry on. So my answer is 5. 4 and 1 make 5. Oh, don't forget to add carry on. 66 is the answer. Yes. Okay. Easy. That's why we are just added, because I know my students can do it very easily, but our main target was just to make sure that my students don't forget to add the carry-ons. That all sometimes you guys really do this mistake. Okay, this is the question that I picked up from the workbook, just to make you sure that you how you can add it and what are the silly mistakes in it that you can do, that sometime you do in the paper or in the test too. Okay, read the first number very carefully. This question is basically very much easy because the numbers are already at their places. You did not put the 15 over here and find the ones value. Already they just did this for you. So they make this work so much easy for you. So just start eating it, adding it, simple way. 5 and 5 makes 10. That everybody knows. So you just going to write it at the side. 0 will come down and 1 will be carry on. Yeah. 7 and 1 makes 8. And don't forget to add carry on. The answer is 9. And the 4 has no number to add in it. So 4 will come as it is. 490 is your answer. Let's move on to the next one. That is 9 and I'm on the question number B. That is 9 and 6 makes. The answer will be 15. Just write it down at this corner. Just make sure, I'm just doing it for all of you, make sure that you are not going to carry on the wrong number. So 5 will be over here and 1 will be the carry on. Okay, 5 and 3 makes answer 8, and don't forget to add the carry on. So the answer is 9, and 2 and 3 makes answer 5. Okay, yes. So that's very easy. Sometimes you carry on at the tens place, sometimes you carry on at the hundreds place. So it doesn't matter at all. I'm not solving the part C over here because this is very easy. You can add and you can borrow, carry on the number. Sorry, not borrow. Borrow we do in subtraction. So we carry on the number. So let's solve this question number D over here. D is the one that I find bit interesting because it has two digits to carry on. Let's do it. Okay, 5 and 2. Start always counting from the ones. Please, please, please don't start at the numbers at the 100 place. Your question will go totally wrong. Please start the numbers, always add from the ones place. Put the numbers at the ones place, starting from the ones place. So ones is the number that is ones is the place that is very important for all of you to understand that always solve the question at the ones place. Okay, let me do it with your style that some of my students do. Not you, but some do. What they do, they just solve it. 5 and 1 makes 6. 6 and 4 makes 10. So they just mention 1 over here, and sometimes they carry on it. And then 5 and 2 makes an answer is 11. What is the answer? That is 611 is your answer if you solve it from the 10th side. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just pointing out the mistakes that you guys do. So let me just erase, and now I'm going to solve it for the one side. 8 and 2 makes 10, so I'm going to write 0 over here, and 1 will be the carry on. Yes. 6 and 4 makes 10, and when we add 1 in it, the answer is 11. So I'm going to 1 over here, and 1 will be the carry on. Okay, 1 will be the carry on. This is it. Not my mouse is bit, you can say that reluctant sometime to write the numbers correctly. So just me write it down correctly. Okay, now add 5 and 1. The answer is 6, and 1 is the carry on that you're going to add. The answer is 610. See guys, you guys have seen that? What is the difference between these two? It's 610, and when you solve it from the wrong side, your answer was 6011. You can now understand how much it really matters when you solve the question from the wrong side. Because in this question, I solved the questions from the 100 side. So my question is my answer is in thousand. And when I solve it from the correct side, that is ones. So the answer is 710, which is correct. So I'm sure that now you guys are not going to repeat the same mistake. Let me just clean my board again, and I am going to move on to the next one. Okay, next there's no much slides for you. I am just going to mention the homework for all of my students. Okay, the note is do practice of addition regularly. Homework task is bit, you can say that bit not long. It's very easy for you because I know all of my dear students can easily solve it. So the workbook page number you're going to complete from 34 till 39, and I'm giving you a 2 days duration to complete this work. Like you will find it, ma'am, they are 5 pages and this and that, but you know these the pages are just for your practice, and I even explain it again and again. So do it by yourself, and that's why I'm giving you 2 days as well. That complete the given task in 2 days. Okay, I have a very interesting video for all of you, and I really like it because this was something that I like to watch. So let's watch it.
597 ants above ground, plus 911 ants underground. 7 plus 1 is 8, 9 plus 1 is 10. Each one of them is my special insect friend. 0 stays on the floor, the 100 heads next door. The sum is getting close, so I add once more. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 9 is 15. My little brother thinks they're a good source of protein. We mathematicians add with precision. Regrouping tens or hundreds when we find double digits in addition. 189 hens are inside and 985 hens are outside. To find out how many hens are in the coop, we gotta know how to add and regroup. 9 and 5's 14, right for the 10 carries. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 8 is 17. Keep the 7, the 100 regroup. 2 plus 9 is 11, cock-a-doodle-doo. We mathematicians add with precision. Regrouping tens or Sometimes we make errors, it's inevitable, but check your work and it'll be indubitable. The best way to check your addition is by subtraction, the inverse operation. Take either addend and subtract from the sum. If you get the other addend, your work is done. When presented with a triple-digit problem, number rockers always check after we solve them. We mathematicians add with precision, regrouping tens or hundreds when we find double digits in addition. We mathematicians add with precision, regrouping tens or hundreds when we find double digits in addition.
Thank you, students. Till the next
Visit
lecture.
numberrock.com
Bye.
for
Take
exclusive
care.
content, lesson
Bye-bye.
materials, and more. Thanks for watching.